How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis, and before we get started, I just want to quickly point out that there is a new news post for the Deadman Mode Invitational. This is talking about the seasonal Deadman Mode tournament that's starting soon. However, I'm not going to be making a full video on this because all of the information in this news post was in the month ahead post for March. So if you are interested in the Deadman tournament, please check out my video on the month ahead of March. We do have a new update though, and this is custom Nightmare Zone rumbles. Dominion has expanded the services he offers at Nightmare Zone. It's now possible to customize your rumbles so you face the bosses that you choose. When starting a dream with Dominion, you're now given two additional options: customizable rumble normal and customizable rumble hard. These options will allow you to choose which bosses you face in rumble mode for an additional cost of 20,000 coins. This cost is lessened to 10,000 coins if you've got maximum quest points. Which I thought if you have maximum quest points was going to be free, but oh well. Doesn't really matter to me anyway. Choosing either of the customizable options under Rumble will prompt you with a new interface. From here you can choose which bosses you'd like to face. You must choose to face bosses from a minimum of 5 quests. Bosses from the same quest must be all toggled on or all toggled off. The all button will be used to toggle all bosses on or off, and the previous button can be used to select bosses from your previous dream. In addition to the ability to customize your Rumble dreams, they've also added a timer to practice mode battles. You can now see how quickly you're able to tackle the biggest and baddest bosses in RuneScape's quests. Next this week, let's move on to the musical cape improvements. They've made some improvements to the music cape based on our feedback. The emote has been improved. It's much smoother and is closer to the original released in 2008. An air guitar sound effect has been added. The emote has been renamed to air guitar, and the tassels have been made smaller on the female music cape to be consistent with other skill capes. Finally, in other news, we've got a quality of life update and some bug fixes. To reflect the 2015 Clan Cup results, the Clan Cup statues have been graphically improved, with a new one added for this year's Pure Cup winners, Final Ownage Elite. Completing a duel at the Duel Arena will now consistently bring you back where you initiated the challenge. The rogue push squares left where the Well of Goodwill stood have been removed. When attempting to initiate combat with a creature you don't have the Slayer level to harm, you will no longer be able to attack. Previously, you'd simply hit zeros with every attack. The auto kill feature for mutated Zygamites now prioritizes your fungicide spray with the lowest amount of charges. A missing tile of mud in the Grand Exchange has been added. It's no longer possible to take a tool from your player-owned workshop if you already have one on you. Some missing blocks across the farming patch in the Tiff farm have been added. The requirement to be on a necessary Slayer task to enter Cerberus' lair has been removed. However, it's still a requirement to be on a task to attack Cerberus. Robin now spells Mauritania correctly. The easy emote clue in Falidor's jewelry shop will now spawn Yuri correctly. Previously, Yuri would spawn underneath the player each time. Penance creatures in Barbarian Assault are now immune to venom. A few typos have been corrected in the Architectural Alliance mini-quest, and the examine message for shelves in the Piscarilius area have had a typo corrected. All the updates this week seem fairly small, but quite nice to have in game. I'm questioning why they've made it so you can't attack Slayer creatures you don't have a level to kill, because that's always been in the game, and it's kind of been a fundamental part of Slayer and not getting the requirements to kill those creatures. Similarly, I'm questioning why they made it so at the Duel Arena it will consistently take you back to where you started the challenge. I understand it can be a little bit annoying if you're in the main area, but certain people, especially runecrafters, use a method where they go just into the area you can challenge. They'll challenge each other and then quickly go out of the duel, and then they can bank faster. This also allows the runecrafters to get 100% run energy to make their entire runecrafting run faster. So I kind of feel that the Old School RuneScape team maybe should have polled a few of these bug fixes, or at least talked about them before quickly doing them, because sometimes it's a feature and sometimes it's genuinely a bug. For example, missing blocks in the farming area in Tiff. If you want to discuss this update, please go on the forums or in my comments below. If you want to watch the latest Old School RuneScape poll, please click here for Vanilla Loot Share and Quality of Life. And if you want to watch the latest Old School RuneScape developer blog, please click here for Loot Share. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the Old School RuneScape updates, dev blogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.